Okay. Today another teaching lesson, and we're coming to the next point. We are checking the car together with the service sheet. So we are now at the point to check the tires, the tie rods, the rack ends, the ball joints, and later on the brakes. So if we go on the car to check that, there is a way to check those things. One part, if you hold it on here in the middle and you try to turn it a little bit, just not too strong, just a little bit, if there is any rack end or tie rod end broken or worn out, you will hear it. You will have some space to do it. Yeah? What you can also do is you can turn it a bit more around to see if it's working or not. Then you try the tire itself. Is it loose, or do the brake have a problem and are stuck, which is also many times a problem. The next point is to check up and down. In this way you can check the ball joint, which is in the middle here, and you can check the wheel bearing, if it is. Also by turning some wheel bearings, you can already hear that they're making a noise. But most of the time this one's not. The old versions with where you can change the bearings by itself, yes, but this one is a sealed one. Many times you can only hear it when you drive. So, important thing is that you check this ball joint and bearing, and this way tie rod end and rack end. Then you have a good size here to also check on the shock absorber. Does it have any leakage? Is there any oil coming out or not? Also the dust cover, is it broken? Is it still working? And especially the springs. The springs tend to break, not in the middle. They tend to break very much at the end of it. And many times here at the bottom. Sometimes also at the top. So you have to also look, is there anything missing in the top or not? Or down? Nothing. So you're done here. We will check later the brakes. In the back, you're doing the same. You're doing the same thing. So you're checking the tire. Are the brakes free? Is there anything loose in this way? Is there anything loose in this way? It seems like not. The tire itself looks good. You can also look at the quality of the tire, if it's worn out or not. If it has any damages on the outside or on the tire itself. You can quickly check if the rubber in here is still okay. It seems like this side is okay. So you're going around the car and you're checking every tire and every axle in this way. Is it free? Yes. The tire itself seems to be good. It still has enough rubber on it. The tire outside is good. Check here. Nothing is loose. So this axle is also fine. Come to the next one. And same thing. See if it's not stuck. This way, it's fine. You're checking the springs up and down, dust cover. A bit more dust here. Seems like a little bit of greasy, but no oil. All good. So, in order to check it properly, we now take off the tires. That is important if you want to do a full service on a car. And you need the pipes. Connect the pipes to the connector. You take an impact, connect it. I'm going to take it out, reverse. And here, because it needs a lot of power, you normally should use special impact nuts. And this one's especially for aluminium. This is Teflon. It doesn't damage the rim, which is important. Now this one could be 19 or 17. It's 19. So this one is the right one. So important is that you don't let the rim fall on you. because once you lose all the tires, they tend to come off. There's an easy trick for it. So you take first all out, have them in your hand. And then you place them on a secure place. Normally I like to place them just next to it. Now, what you do is, you just put your back on it. Just in the top. It doesn't need a lot of strength. Yeah? Just leave it there. And it cannot fall out. Put the thumb on the bottom, and you take off the tire. Place it this way, not upside down, otherwise you scratch the rim. So now you have proper space to check on the brakes. We check the rotor. Does it have any strong edges? No. You check the brakes. And now you can see it might have been already worn out. So I'm going to take I take light. That is important. From the top it's not easy to see how much is still left. So you want to check here from the side. Or from this side here, yes. Here from the side you can see it properly. And you can actually see it's almost on the edge to be worn out. Now, here you can even see it better. Now you can see. So the inner brake pad is good. The outer brake pad is less. And this is normal, that sometimes outer or inner are less than the other ones. They don't go down the same speed. So important is that you check if it's still there. Does it work? Yeah, is there still a little bit of play? That's good. You check the rubber. Does it have any damages? Is it still good? Is there any leakages? Is there any rust? Nothing. Here you can easily check now the racks. Yeah? The rack cover. You can check CV joint covers. Is there any grease coming out? So, this side is good. Now you also have the stabilizer links and the rubber of the stabilizer. Yeah? In there. Are they loose? No, they seem to be good. On top of it, you can already see also the whole rack. And you can see if this one is damaged or that one is damaged. Doesn't seem to be good. So, very quickly, very easy to do. So I need the impact for the back also. Now you do it on the same thing on the back tire. Get them out of your hand. So either you do it with the back, or you can also do it with your knee. Yeah, a little bit here. And the tire stays there. Doesn't do anything. Place the things where you can find them. See here, nothing happens. Once I leave it, it's off. Place the tire. And now I can check again. Now I have space. I can check my shock absorber. I can check the spring. Also, they tend to break in the bottom or in the top. I can check my ball joints if the rubbers are still okay. I can check my end points if that is okay. My brakes, my brake pipe, and I can check the brake pads. Yeah. The rotors itself seems to be still okay. The brake pads on the back, they are wearing out slower than the front. They are also smaller. They are also good. I can check all bushes here just from this place. Very easy, very quick, very simple. Now we go to the next one. And we go to the next one. Same thing. We start with the brakes. The rotor disc is good. The brake pads are good. This one is good for the handbrake. The pipe is good. No rust here. The end point is good. The ball joints are good. The CV joint rubbers are good. All the bushes seems to be good, but oh, the shock absorber has a problem. As you can see, there's oil coming out of the shock absorber. It means the shock absorber is worn out and it is already losing oil, and that means we have a problem with the shock absorber here. Yeah, we note that in our head and we'll put that on the screen. We go to the next tire. We go through the same process again. We check the rotor disc, we check the brake pads. I would say they are still lasting for one more session. We check all the bushes, we take the CV joints, rubbers, rack end, stabilizer links, stabilizer bush, and no grease everywhere. Check the springs, the cover, top, all good. There was no complaint of the customer, so we can say the front is good. So now you go to your service sheet and you can fill out the service sheet accordingly. So what have we checked? We checked the steering rack rubber boots, they're good. CV joints rubber boots, good. There's no cross joints. Engine mounting we haven't seen. The tires are good. The front brakes are good. Rear brakes are good. Front axle bushes, rear axle bushes. Front shock absorbers, yes. Rear shock absorbers, no. Yeah. Left, rear. Left, rear. So everyone knows where it is. Oil. Okay. Steering rack, tie rod end, good. Ball joints, good. Stabilizer bush, stabilizer links, good. Springs, you see here, front, back, coil springs, torsion bar, good. Brake fluid lines and pipe, good. Okay, we are still left with the next points, and this will be our next video.